Standing Firm, 2010, is a Christian faith-based drama directed by Kyle Prohaska. The film centers around themes of faith, grief, and personal redemption. Here is a detailed plot summary. The story follows Dave Corwin, a middle-aged construction worker struggling with his faith after the tragic loss of his wife to cancer. The pain of her passing leaves him angry at God, causing him to drift away from his faith. He stops attending church, isolates himself from his community, and refuses to listen to anyone who tries to bring him comfort. His son, Stephen Corwin, is a devoted Christian who deeply misses his mother but finds solace in his faith. Stephen is heartbroken to see his father's bitterness and prays for him to open his heart to God once again. On top of his emotional turmoil, Dave faces financial difficulties. His job as a construction worker does not bring in enough income to cover his mounting debts, and he is at risk of losing his home. With bills piling up, Dave becomes more stressed and frustrated. Despite his father's resistance, Stephen continues to encourage him to turn to God. He frequently invites Dave to church, though his father refuses. Meanwhile, Stephen finds support from his pastor and church community, who all pray for Dave's spiritual restoration. One day, Dave has a near-death experience at work when an accident almost claims his life. Shaken by the event, he begins to question his hardened stance against God. He starts recalling his late wife's unwavering faith and the way she always trusted in God's plan, even in the face of death. As Dave contemplates his life, he starts noticing how God has been working through people around him. His best friend and co-worker, who is a strong believer, shares his testimony, showing Dave that faith doesn't erase suffering, but gives strength to endure it. Dave also realizes that Stephen's unwavering love and faithfulness are proof of God's presence. One night, in a moment of desperation, Dave picks up his late wife's Bible and begins reading scripture. This leads to an emotional breakdown where he finally surrenders his anger and pain to God, asking for his guidance. With a renewed faith, Dave starts attending church again, reconnecting with his son, and seeking ways to repair his life. His financial situation also begins to turn around when he receives unexpected help from friends and church members. Through prayer, faith, and humility, Dave rediscovers the peace he had been missing. He realizes that even in suffering, God is always present, offering hope and strength. The film ends with Dave fully embracing his faith, standing firm in his belief that God's plans are always greater than human understanding. He reconciles with his son, strengthens his spiritual walk, and finds purpose again. Themes 1. Faith amidst suffering. The movie explores how faith can bring healing even in the darkest times. The power of prayer. Stephen's prayers for his father's return to God play a crucial role in the story. 3. God's providence. Despite hardships, the film demonstrates how God provides in unexpected ways. 4th. Family bonds. The father-son relationship highlights the importance of faith in keeping families strong. Final thoughts. Standing Firm is a heartfelt Christian drama that emphasizes trusting God through trials. It offers an inspiring message for those struggling with grief and faith, showing that God's love is steadfast even in times of pain.